Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Perla's Dreams. Taurus, Gemini, Cusp, this is your reading. And again, guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever resonates and please leave the rest. Um, right off the bat, I started hearing you need to be very selective during this time. I feel like you should always be selective as to where it is that you are investing your energy, who it is that you are investing your energy in. But there's something very particular about like the next 2 to 3 weeks, to be very precise, when it comes not just to like watching TV or what you're here, like music that you're listening to, etc., but also who it is that you are keeping around. I feel that there's a lot of things during this time when it comes to career and finances that are coming into alignment, that are finally working in your favor. So for some of you, this may look like either getting a new job offer or getting a promotion, getting an increase in pay rate, because again, I see this abundance, I see this growth within a career field. And the thing is that there are and I'm picking it up as like 2 or 3 different people that are around you that are always kind of looking to see how you're doing financially. um and this can be somebody that every time things are going good for you or whatever, they have like a crisis or they have an emergency, and they always have to come and like they come as a like, oh, I my car just broke down or this or that. And it's like, it's almost like, again, every time there's like this abundance of finances coming your way, this person always has a crisis and you're the one always bailing them out. And I think that you need to realize the pattern, right? um and that's not to say that people don't have emergency. Yes, there are emergency, but if somebody is constantly coming towards you every single time they have an emergency, it's like, okay, buddy, my love, I can help you. And I'm being like, and again, a lot of these things that come up, yeah, like I'm being completely 100% like, this is how I be sometimes. It's like, oh, I love, like, can I help you budget a little better? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like somebody that is kind of like nonchalant with their budget. Like, they really don't. They're living above their means because you're constantly bailing them out whenever it is that they have a financial situation or financial crisis. So do with that information whatever you may. There are people that are like, oh, you have to, if you're in a position to help, you should always help. But it's like, you also have to kind of look at the entire, like, the big picture, right? Just because you are in a situation, in a position, excuse me, to help somebody, doesn't necessarily mean that you are to help them. Again, if it's somebody that is constantly coming to you to bail them out, and you know that this person is living above their means, you know that this person is not saving, you know that this person is not budgeting, then are you really helping them by constantly bailing them out? Or maybe you should let their car get repossessed, maybe you should let their lights get shut off, or whatever it is, because at the end of the day, it's like, unless they struggle and unless they have to actually go out there to get what it is that they need, they're going to continue on with the same pattern, right? Excuse me. First, okay, and there's also, and I need to say it here. There's some of you where I am looking at, there's like this, there's an elephant, right? And this elephant is in front of let me see if I can, what is that building called? I want to say is a, I want to say is a temple. Let's see, because maybe I can get a picture of it. I think it's called something else, because I'm seeing a Hindu, like, yeah, so it is a temple. Um, so it is called a temple. And it looks, It looks something like this, right? And like it looks something like this, and right in the front of it, there's like an elephant kind of like sitting on its bottom with its two front legs like kind of like in front of it. And for somebody that is going to be, whether it is that you're having dreams about like, Hindu temples, or you're having dreams about elephants or something like that, we are going to take a quick look at what elephants represent or symbolize. So, um, the elephants usually are symbols of wisdom, strength, luck, and protection. They are gentle nature, intelligent, strong family bonds. Um, so there is this sense that a lot of you, again, give me a moment. I feel like this elephant energy that is coming through is to help you or to guide you with its wisdom, right? Um, of how relationships are supposed to be. Because I feel that for a very long time, a lot of you, because somebody is family or because somebody's blood related, you have sacrificed a lot of yourself, or you have given so much of yourself, and you're never getting anything back. So it's not reciprocated, right? And and the elephant is telling you, yes, we're here, like, you are supposed to be there for family, you're supposed to be there to support and everything, but up to what point, right? There has to come a point in your life where you have to realize that just because someone is blood related to you doesn't necessarily mean that they have your best interest. And for a lot of you, I feel like this is something that you may struggle with, whether it was the way that you were raised or your culture or whatever, that it's like it's blood above everything, and it's not always the case, right? It's not always the case. And there has to be this reevaluation or this look into the space of where it is that you're giving so much of yourself, to the point where you're being taken advantage of. I remember I had a conversation with someone a few months ago, and um, we're talking about people being nice or being kind, and there's a difference, right? There's a difference between being kind and nice, and I feel that a lot of you are missing the point, and you're trying to be such a nice person that you're becoming a doormat to other people. And spirit is trying to get you to a point where it's like, yes, you can be kind to someone, but you don't have to be nice to everyone. You don't have to allow the entire world to step over you, right? Or to take advantage of you, or to take and take and take and take where you feel depleted. So a lot of times it is easier, let's put it this way, it is easier to recognize this behavior if you're dating somebody or if you have a friend, right? But because this person came into your life at a later stage in age, right? Or in life, then I feel that you can kind of like see it right away, right? Like, oh, this person is giving me the bare minimum. This person is not reciprocating or whatever. But when it is somebody that you've known your entire life, when it's somebody that you've been connected to since birth or by blood or whatever, when this person is giving you that behavior, when this person is giving you the bare minimum, you tend to make excuses for them because they are blood relative, right? And it's like, regardless of anything, whether you are blood relative or not, if you want to have a relationship with me, if you want to have a connection with me, it has to be reciprocated. I cannot be the one always reaching out. I cannot be the one always calling. And that is kind of like where you are at during this time. All right. And this is why you have to be very selective, because again, it's almost kind of like some of you are either there's a with this increase of finances, career, there is there is a large purchase that is coming around, whether it is a house or it is a car, new car, whatever it is. Some of you are even getting a boat. I don't know where I'm getting that from, but okay. Congratulations on your boat. Hit me up. I love going out on boats. I actually have one of my kids' uncles has a boat, and I love going out there to be to be on the boat. Anyways, um what I was trying to say was like somebody sees your glow up, or somebody sees that you got a little extra ching ching, and they want to be a part of that. No, I shouldn't say that they don't want to be a part of it. They want to take it, if that makes sense. So this is why, just be very aware during this time who it is that you are letting into your space when it comes to your finances, who it is that you're sharing your wealth with. And your wealth does not just have to be your finances. It's also, again, your time, your energy. So be very, very, very selective. It's kind of like you're meant to be like this VIP. You know how when you, back in the days, and I say back in the days because it's been back in the days, right, since I've gone clubbing. But back in the days, you always had like the little VIP area, right? Where like, it used to be like real buff. And I guess you see them on TV too, right? And it's like, that is you. Like, you are the little VIP section. And it's like, there's this little rope. And it's like, you need to be on this list in order to come and sit with me. In order to come and hang with me. In order to come and talk to me. And yeah, it may be to some people, they're going to be like, oh, you're so, like, why are you encouraging people to be in their ego? You know what? Your ego is a part of you, regardless of how much you want to detach from it, regardless of how much you want to suppress it or you want to move it around. But I'm going to be honest with you. What I've noticed and what I've realized is that when my ego comes to play or surfaces is usually when there's a threat, right? When there's a threat coming my way. And because I was trying to be nice, I was avoiding sensing or seeing the threat. So my ego will come out in a way of like screaming at me, like, hey, pay attention. This person is a snake. Hey, pay attention. This person's going to take advantage of you. And what I realized when I started to realize how it was coming out and why it was coming out, and I integrated that part of myself, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna deny my ego. I'm not gonna talk like I'm not gonna treat my ego like it's this evil, negative thing about me. It's a part of me, but I'm gonna invite it to the table, right? So that this way it picks up things before I even do. And the funny thing is, like, now it doesn't have to come out in a sense of like being loud or being whatever or being scary or anything like that, because I am allowing my ego to play the part that it's meant to play in my life. All right, so let's go ahead, and again, I'll pull out some cards. I'll show them to you, and then I will interpret them the way that I see it coming through. So we have the 5 of Swords in the reverse with the 2 of Cups. And again, this is a very old deck. This deck is like about 30 years old. The Knight of Swords in the reverse with the 7 of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords with the 7 of Wands. So again, there seems to be this here, again, this allowing your emotions or allowing your feelings towards a certain person or a certain group of people, again, because there seems to be some blood ties here or something of that matter. But I feel that your spirit is going to make it very clear that when you share certain success or when you share certain plans with certain people, either your success is short-lived or certain things do not come to pass. And I feel that that is where your ego, in a sense, is trying to show you, like, hey, certain people are not even aware of what it is, how okay. Certain people are not even aware how powerful their thoughts and words are. And even though they're trying to be happy for you, or they're putting up a front that they're happy for you, there lives this jealousy, this envy underneath it. And by you sharing certain things with them and allowing yourself to receive what it is that they're giving back to you energetically, you're inviting or you're allowing this jealousy and envy energy to come in and destroy what it is that you've created, to come in and destroy what it is that you've been working for. So this is where, again, all parts of yourself are very important, and all parts of you play a role in who you are and how it is that you come out to the world, how it is that you connect to the world. There is a sense here, there's going to be some type of manipulation tactic that is going to try to be used on you, as far as like to try to really help this person. So like, let's say, and this is just an example, guys, you have a brother or sister, and every time you're about to buy something new, you tell them like, oh yeah, I've been saving up, I'm gonna get a bow next weekend and this and this and that. And then 2 days before you have to go buy the bow, it's like, uh my mortgage is late and I don't have, I'm down $2,000 for my mortgage. And it's like, can you help me out? You know, the kids, the this, the that. And it's like, all right. If you think about it, last time when you were going to buy a car, he had an emergency or she had an emergency. Last time you were going to go on vacation, he or she had an emergency, right? So if you keep it to yourself and go buy your damn boat without announcing it, this person will figure out how to pay their own bills, how to manage their own financial crisis. So again, we're talking here about somebody that is continuously doing this. I'm not talking about like a person that has never asked you for something, right? And all of a sudden they have like a real emergency. That is a different thing. That's not what I'm talking about here. But what I feel, this manipulative energy is like either other family members are getting involved, or they might go to your significant other, they might go to your parents or whatever and be like, oh yeah, I asked so and so, but they can't because they're going to be buying a boat. And it's like your family or whoever it is trying to like almost guilt trip you because you want to buy your damn boat. Like, get your boat and then invite me over and we'll have a drink and toast to it, right? Whether it's non-alcoholic, but it's okay, we can still party without alcohol, right? But it's kind of like that energy that, please be very selective, especially with all of the things that are coming towards you, or the plans that you have, these purchases that you want to have for yourself. Like, again, and I've said this many times before, when I was in the process of purchasing this house, I was very quiet about it and I was very selective. There was only a handful of people that knew what I was up to. And it was because they were, spiritually, they're like my spiritual team in this physical realm. And, of course, my realtor and stuff like that. So be very, very selective about like who you're talking to when you're trying to purchase or, make any moves. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. We are using the Angels and Ancestors oracle. Give me one card for Taurus, Gemini, Spirit. We have the Shaman, trust in higher forces. So again, there is this sense of like, intuitively, that you really need to stop telling certain people certain things, stop sharing everything, stop everything. And I feel that if you don't heed or you don't listen to the advice this time around and you go ahead and like, okay, because honestly, like, if you're gonna buy a boat, I don't want you like to miss that opportunity because you want to see if this is the right person or whatever. So do it with something small. Be like, oh yeah, I'm going out to, dinner, or I'm gonna go watch so and so, like this comedian or whatever it is. Like, do it with something small, right? And give them like a date of when you're gonna go ahead and do this and see what happens. But like, do not test spirit during this time, because I feel like I feel like spirit has shown you exactly who this person is and how they move. And because they're blood related, you have not wanted to listen. So with the Shaman, we have trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it. And enough said. Claim your power back. Stop giving your power so freely to these individuals just because they're blood related to you. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.